Students, please have a seat. Good evening. My name is Ben Mann, and I am blessed with the privilege of serving these students, this school, and this great community as principal of Madison-Grant Junior Senior High School. I welcome each of our families, friends, and guests as we recognize the outstanding accomplishments of each member of the class of 2021. As we begin tonight's ceremony, I would like to thank a few people and make an important acknowledgement. I first want to say thank you to the parents, extended family members, friends, and mentors who've played a role in helping each of these graduates reach this important milestone in their lives. Without you, they wouldn't sit here today. Would all Madison-Grant United School Corporation teachers and staff members please stand at this time? These individuals have worked with our students to help prepare them for their next steps. I personally want to say thank you, teachers, for your commitment in serving these students and for being here to celebrate this moment with them. Thank you. Finally, I'd like to take a few moments to make an important acknowledgement. I want to acknowledge the proud legacy of military service present with us this evening. If you are currently enlisted in the armed forces or are a veteran, please stand at this time and remain standing. This proud tradition of service continues as one of our graduating seniors, who, like those standing and so many heroes of Madison-Grant before, will go on to fight for the freedoms and defend the values we cherish today. I'd like to recognize this student publicly by asking Christopher Irizarry to make his way to this stage as we gratefully acknowledge his bravery and willingness to serve our country and fellow Americans. I now ask everyone else to stand and face the flag while Christopher prepares to lead us through the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Would Caden and Grant now make their way to the stage?
Good evening, parents, family members, teachers, faculty, and Madison-Grant class of 2021 graduates. Tonight, we are gathered here to congratulate and celebrate my fellow classmates who put in the preparation, hard work, and dedication towards this accomplishment. I would like to share 4 different monumental numbers to sum up and represent our class of 2021. First, I want to start with the number 1,620. This number represents the number of days we spent in elementary and junior high. Many of us have belonged to this school district since we started our first day in kindergarten. It was the commencement of our journey. Elementary school was the foundation of our learning, as the teachers were the rock of our education. Our nurturing elementary teachers taught us more than just how to read and write. They taught us how to learn as we played, how to interact and communicate appropriately, and how to have a love-hate relationship with accelerated reader points. What a lot of fun we had through those years, though. Whether it was going on field trips, singing in music programs, or going outside for the annual field day. Through it all, elementary school was the first step of our travels. Then we found ourselves merged from 2 schools, the Eagles and the Goblins, into one junior high class of Argyles. Many refer to these as the awkward years, so maybe I should just jump over this bump in the road. Nah, what would the fun in that be? Do you remember the knot in your stomach before the first day of junior high? The fear of losing your way, the mass of new faces, or being in awe when that senior role model walked by you in the hallway? I would like to give a hats off to all the junior high teachers who dealt with us as awkward teenagers. We came in completely clueless, but they pushed and taught us how to become young adults. We made lifelong friendships, discovered ourselves, and learned many life lessons that are still valuable to this day. Now, the second number I chose to share with you is the number 720. This number represents the number of days we spent in high school. We all quickly realized high school is going to be much more challenging than junior high. We began as eager freshmen, full of emotions, to sophisticated sophomores who craved knowledge. By the time we were juniors, we were hungry to rule the school, and finally, as seniors, we realized the need to leave an indisputable impact on our school and community. During these days, we joined different sports teams, clubs, played in the band, and participated in choir concerts. On this journey, we recognized the importance of taking risks and learned from our mistakes and failures. High school was a time where unforgettable and priceless memories were made, which we will forever cherish. The third number I chose is the number 1. This represents today, the first day we can celebrate being high school graduates. The day a new chapter, a true adventure begins. From this day on, we begin our lives, whether you've decided to go into college, trade school, the workforce, the military, or wherever else your road may take you. We can take the step forward in our lives to pursue our dreams and life goals. The next stage of life may be terrifying at times, but it is going to be exciting. Remember, when life changes become harder, challenge yourself to be stronger. Lastly, the fourth and final number I chose to share with you is the number 9,131. This number represents how many days until our 25th class reunion. I'm optimistic that day will be a day where we can all come back together and celebrate one another once again. We can share our successes, our dreams we've yet to achieve, and take a trip down memory lane to reminisce on the good old days. Before turning it over to Grant Brown, I want to leave my classmates with one last quote. Be bold, be brave, but most importantly, always be your best.
Good evening, and thank you for coming out tonight to celebrate this special ceremony with the graduating class of 2021. First off, I would like to thank all of my family, friends, teachers, janitors who don't get the recognition that they deserve, my coaches, teammates, the administration, along with the entire Madison-Grant community for allowing me to have this opportunity to stand here today before all of you giving this speech. The endless sacrifice and dedication that all of you put into the school corporation and community does not go unnoticed, so thank you. Next, I would like to congratulate all of you, the graduates, as well as your parents and families who are here celebrating with you on this special day. Throughout our 4 years in high school, we have experienced many unforgettable, everlasting memories, and unfortunately, some losses, as we have sadly lost a number of our loved ones. I don't know about you, but those losses seem to be a sense of motivation for me, not only in school or basketball, but in life. Through the hardships, we were always there for each other and continued to strive and push each other to succeed as a family. Every time we fell, we always managed to get back up and keep on going. We have put in countless hours and worked extremely hard to get to where we are today. However, today doesn't just concern with reminiscing about the past, it's also about looking forward into your future. As we depart from here and move into what our parents call the real world, we will have to begin making decisions on our own and begin writing our individual stories of life. As Malcolm X once stated, quote, "Education is our passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to the people who prepare for it today," end quote. We have been provided an excellent education and have been given many tools and skills to use in our future to become successful. I know that each and every one of you will be prepared for whatever challenges you may face, and I am confident that all of you will be very successful throughout your lives. I encourage you to work hard in whatever you do in life and push to become the best version of yourself. Always remember to give your very best effort, and most importantly, enjoy your life doing what you love. Finally, I would like to congratulate all of you one more time and wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors. I would now ask the senior members of the choir to come to the front of the stage and the senior members of the band to move to their assigned seat in the band. Thank you.
Thank you. Good job, you guys.
In the middle.
Misty morning, when the moon has gone to bed, when the sparrows stop their singing, and the sky is clear and red, when the summer ceased its gleaming, when the corn is past its prime, when adventure to you somehow. If you find it's me you're missing, if you're hoping I'll return to your thoughts, I'll soon be listening. The road I'll stop and turn. Then the wind will set me racing as my journey nears its end. And the path I'll be retracing when I'm homeward bound again. Binding on to the pasture, chaining on to the plow. Set me free to find my calling, and I'll return to you somehow. In the quiet, misty morning, when the moon has gone to bed, when the sparrows stop their singing, I'll be homeward bound again.
Deep breath, all you.
Good evening, everyone. I would now like to introduce tonight's guest speaker, Brock Meyer. Brock was born and raised in the big town of Richmond, Indiana. He attended Liberty Elementary and graduated Madison-Grant in 2001. Brock is the father of 3 and husband of 1. He is currently at Fairmount Friends Church, where he has been a pastor for the past 9 years. In addition to being a pastor, Brock has been an assistant basketball coach at Madison-Grant for 9 years. Everyone, please give a warm welcome for Brock Meyer.
I guess I like that one. Thank you to Dr. Dietz, Principal Ben Mann, and the MG School Board for inviting me here to this graduation. It was 20 years ago that I sat in this seat, wore the black robe with the gold tassel, and it's fun to think 2 decades later to come back and to be able to speak to y'all. In just a few moments, I want to be able to impart a message to you that hopefully will give you a vision for the kind of person that you want to be to give back to the community that has given so much to you. What does it take to be a person that leaves a smile on the community that they work, live, and play? And to break this word down, smile, S-M-I-L-E, the first letter is S, and it is to serve. I live my life based upon one book, and the main character of that book, he says this. He says that the best life is one that is laid down in service to others. I did not come to be served, but I came to serve and to lay my life down as a ransom for many. And also, he says this. He says that the person who serves the most is the greatest of all. And never have you seen so much love poured out for your friends than one who is willing to lay their life down for another. So you see, it's just true that usually the person who serves the most gets the most back in return. I've seen it constantly and consistently in my own life as I've tried to serve this community and I've tried to serve the school that I came through. And I just want to give you a vision, hopefully, that you would buy in to giving back to all of those who have given so much to you. Anne Frank said it this way. She said, "No one has ever become poor by giving." And I just believe that it's true because usually the more you give, the more you get back in return. Never have I given and felt like I came up on the short end of the stick. The best way to truly live is by serving those around you. I'll tell you this, usually the person who is serving the most is the happiest person in the room because it takes a little bit extra of your best to pour out to those who are around you. So if you want to be the greatest, number one, you got to be the servant of all. The M stands for moxie. Moxie is the determination. It's the perseverance. It's that substance that keeps you going in the game. It's the courage in your spine. It's the vision in your eyes. And you do it with so much style and class. There's a certain moxie about you. Whenever, just recently, my wife and I, we were sitting around a fire in our backyard, and we're kind of both just sucking wind. And we're licking our wounds a little bit. And we start talking about what's going on in our lives. And before long, we had to start reminding ourselves who we were. And as we spoke life over one another, there was this like sustenance that just started filling our spirits, knowing that we have what it takes to continue to stand and to do it with so much class and style and endurance. There's a moxie about you. And when you've done everything that you can to stand, you stand, therefore. And you go toe-to-toe with that storm with vision in your eyes, with courage in your heart, with steel in your spine, knowing that you've got what it takes. Number 3 is the I. I believe that it's integrity. There's a certain way that you want to live your life at the highest level of standards when it comes to your character. I really believe that there's going to be some of you out there that are going to be future coaches of Madison-Grant. You're going to be future business leaders in Fairmount and Somerville and the big town of Rigdon. Come on, we've got a 4-way stop sign there. But who knows, you might have some sort of a vision, and we hope that you would carry yourself with the highest levels of integrity. Many people want talent. Many people want opportunity. But I'll tell you, it is the strength of character that will help you sustain through it all. You see, if you're going to bring a smile to your community, you do it by conducting your business at the highest level of character. And you do it for the one that gave you this life, and you do it for the betterment of all of those around you. The L is to lead. Today, we're looking at 96 graduates, but might I say we're looking at 96 leaders in our community. The first leadership ever given was self-leadership, to lead yourself well. I believe that a man or a woman who leads themselves well is better than anyone else who can take a city. To take over your own heart and your own spirit and to have great self-discipline is one of the great keys to success in life. A person who leads himself well is awesome. Soon you'll be leading a spouse. Soon you'll be leading children. Not too soon, though, right, parents? We're going to put that off a few more years. But soon you will be leading families. And to the degree that you get a hold of this idea of standing and serving with integrity is to the best that you'll be able to lead a family. So I'm pleading with you today to lead in a life-giving way that brings so much joy to all of those else who are around you. Great leadership is one who is caught up with such a vision and you go after it. It's not just pointing your finger, telling other people where to go, but it's you going with them, being completely wrecked by a vision and helping them along the way to make that vision become a reality. A great community is one that is not just full of consumers. It's one that's full of producers and leaders that are willing to give back, not just takers, but those that are saying, what can I do to give back to the ones that have given so much to me? The best part of a community is when we lead well. And the final letter to leaving a smile on your community is E. It's excellence. When you execute at the highest standard, not only what you do attracts others like you and attracts others to you, but I believe that you'll inspire those around you. Excellence is just inspiring. And whenever you execute with excellence, it attracts more excellence. You won't become excellent on accident. You become excellent with daily, disciplined, consistent decisions to just get 1% better every day. Aristotle said it this way: we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but it is a habit. You see, people here will smile because of your life for one of two reasons. They'll smile either, one, because you came, or they'll smile, two, because you left. We want people to smile because you showed up and you served your guts out. And you had a style to stand with some moxie about you. You operated at the highest level of integrity and character. You led the way, and you led in a life-giving way. And everything that you put your hand to, you did it with a spirit of excellence. So cheers to you, graduating class of 2021. May you put a smile on all of the faces that you come in contact with. Happy graduation to you.
As we prepare for the awarding of diplomas, I would like to recognize seniors for various academic accomplishments. Students, I ask that you stand and stay standing until all names have been read. Please hold all applause until all names have been announced. The following students have met the requirements to receive an academic honors diploma: Emmy Alcala, Catherine Ambergy, Zoe Barnett, Grant Brown, Emma Brummett, Nancy Chappell, Alex Kretzinger, Grant Dedecker, Abigail Eads, Nicholas Evans, Holly Ford, Bailey Friel, Jace Gilman, Cole Hasty, Naomi Haynes, Brody Holloway, Abigail Hostetler, Allison Hostetler, Caden Howe, Taylor King, Olivia Meckling, Justin Moore, Hannah Ogden, Blair Phillips, Zachary Pretorius, Evelina Ramirez, Mallory Stanley, Zeb Taylor, Ethan Thomas, Jackson Thompson, Alessandra Wondersea, Haley Washington, and Lily Warner. The following three students have met the requirements for a technical honors diploma: Lucas Barton, Mason Bronner, and Lance Wilson. The following four students have earned both an academic and technical honors diploma: Christopher Irizarry, Sydney Lee, Ashlyn Moore, and Miles Neiman. Finally, I would like to recognize the top 10 graduates of the class of 2021 in descending order: Brandy Hodup, Hannah Ogden, Justin Moore, Emma Brummett, Jackson Thompson, Grant Dedecker, Lily Warner, salutatorian Zoe Barnett, valedictorian Caden Howell, and valedictorian Grant Brown. Here we go. Students, at this time, please prepare to receive your diploma. I ask that you hold your applause until all names have been read. Yep. Here we go. First row. I'm going to let them get in order. Emmy Morgan Alcala. Emilio Alvarez. Casey Joe Alvey. Catherine Elizabeth Ambergy. Caden David Baker. Salutatorian Zoe Lane Barnett. Lucas Alexander Barton. Hadley Catherine Boer. Jackson Lee Bricker. Victoria Lynn Bricker. Mason Skylar Bronner. Valedictorian Grant Levi Brown. Emma Maxine Brummett. Mackenzie K. Carter. Nancy May Chappell. Amelia Grace Christopher. Jasmine Marie Cox. Alex Brian Kretzinger. Jadian Aileen Davidson. Gavin Allen Dedecker. Grant David Dedecker. Sarah Elizabeth Duncan. Lilith Sierra Dye. Abigail Renee Eads. Nicholas Michael Evans. Aubrey Raylyn Fonzo. Brenton Michael Ford. Holly Elizabeth Ford. Haisha Miranda Faust. Corbin Kent Fox. Alex Schuyler France. Bailey Leanne Friel. Rebecca Hannah Geist. Callista Mercedes George. Jace Brayton Gilman. Jaron Michael Glass. Christopher Tyler Harden. Cole Adam Hasty. Bradley Ryan Hasty Thompson. Naomi Renee Haynes. Brendan Lewis Hypes. Brandy Renee Hodup. Elijah Jackson Hoke. Melina Kaylee Serene Holland Redding. Brody Lee Holloway. Abigail Ann Hostetler. Allison Michelle Hostetler. Valedictorian Caden Vaughn Howe. Christopher Diamond Irizarry. Chloe Diane Jump. Taylor Chantil King. Hey. Jewel DeLee LaSure. Sydney Gale Lee. Eli Mark Luderman. Jackson Douglas Manuel. Kyle and Stephanie Martin, please stand. They are the parents of Chloe Victoria Martin. They got it. Jaron Richard Mason. Lacey Marie Mayfield. Connor Samuel McGibbon. Olivia Glenn Meckling. Chad Howard Hazley Miller. Gabrielle Melinda Moneyhun. Ashlyn Grace Moore. Justin Thomas Moore. Sarah Leanne Morgan. Jackson Brian Musselman. Rochelle. Sydney Rochelle Nelson. Miles Shane Neiman. Hannah Nicole Ogden. Blair Margaret Phillips. Clayton Anthony Powell. Alexander Craig Presley. Zachary Dean Pretorius. Evelina Marie Ramirez. Clayton Wesley Rudy. Logan Paul Short. Travis Levi Douglas Smith. Sophie Jane Spalding. Zachary Aaron Chase Spence. Mallory Olivia Stanley. Kennedy Grace Sullivan. Evan Cole Taylor. Zeb Jamin Taylor. Samantha Renee Teagarden. Ethan Alexander Thomas. Logan William Thomas. Jackson Kent Thompson. Stephen Jeremiah Unkefer. Allie Joe Veter. Alessandra Danielle Wondersea. Haley Marie Washington. Lily Ann Warner. Elizabeth Jonah Willems. Amelia Sue Ann Williams. Ilery Renee Williams. Lance Wesley Wilson. Let's have a round of applause for all of our graduating seniors. I would now like to ask Dr. Dietz and our senior class officers to join me on the stage.
Stand. By the authority vested in me as the superintendent of the Madison-Grant United School Corporation, by the Indiana Department of Education, and having been presented and certified by the administration of the Madison-Grant High School as having met all of the requirements for high school graduation, I now bestow upon you confirmation of graduation. I now welcome the senior class officers of the class of 2021 to lead you in the turning of the tassels. I now present to you the class of 2021. Congratulations.